so when were you going to tell me that you have a girlfriend?
Digits on the beat.
We're here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hello babies, and welcome to my beautiful R.A.T.S family. My name is Brittany, Brat, whichever floats your boat. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be another story time video because today is Sip and Tell Saturday, baby, period. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a safe, or I hope you had a very safe, very exciting, and a very heartfelt Christmas, and many more to you guys. But yeah, so I wanted to do something, you know, a little festive or whatever. So today I am going to be dropping 2 videos. This one's going to be the story time video, obviously, and then I'm going to have a video that I'm going to be dropping with my mom, you guys. So please be on the lookout for that because I really couldn't wait. And also, it's the day after Christmas, so why not give you guys 2 videos just to celebrate Christmas and just to be in happy, chipper spirits. And y'all already know Christmas is my favorite holiday, you guys. So this holiday just means a lot to me. So I just really want to spread the holiday cheer. I want to spread the love. I want to, you know, just be positive. You know what I'm saying? On this very beautiful, amazing day. With that being said, grab something to sip on, grab something to munch on, and let's get right into this story time video. Alright, you guys, so today's sip of the day is something light, something, you know, real calm, cool, collected. I just have a glass of red wine with me that I'm going to be sipping on while I tell you guys this very juicy story time. And today's story time of the day is going to be about the time that I almost became his little shorty / his little side chick. We're going to get into all the tea. We're going to get into all the juiciness, all the messiness. So please, if you want to hear all this juicy juice, stay tuned. Woo. So this happened when I was a sophomore in high school, and I had this friend. She was really just like my friend in certain classes. Like, she was just somebody I talked to in the classes that I had with her. And I think I had about maybe like 2 or 3 classes with her. So we had a few classes together, and we're going to name her Alexis. So Alexis and I, like I said, we were cool. We only talked in class. It wasn't like an actual friendship, I guess. Like, we was just, we was cool. Let's just put it like that. She was an associate. She was an acquaintance. So one day we were in class, you know, just chilling, chopping it up or whatever. And she asked me, was I entertaining anybody? Like, was I talking to anybody? Was I seeing anybody? And y'all already know me back then definitely wasn't checking for nobody, wasn't looking for nothing, wasn't even paying no mind to no boys. Like, my mind was not on boys. That's how I've always been. Like, men are the furthest thing from my mind, even now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I have other things to do. So I don't have time to fixate on a dude or a man or trying to be in a relationship right now, because I have places that I'm trying to go, and in order to get to those places I have to be focused. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much my mindset back then. So yeah, she asked me if I was talking to anybody and seeing anybody or whatever. And of course I told her no. I gave her the whole spiel. I'm not really worried about boys, da 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 da. And she proceeds to tell me that she's been talking to this upperclassman. He doesn't go to our school, but he lives in her neighborhood. And she's been talking to this upperclassman, and his homeboy wants a little shorty. That's what she said. His homeboy wants a little shorty. I don't know why she thought I would be the perfect person, because no number one, like I said, she was an acquaintance. She had a whole best friend who was single to my knowledge. So like, why don't you ask your best friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you asking me out of all people? I was basically just like, I mean, I'm not really checking for anybody. I'm not really looking for anything. Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And she was like, well, just talk to him and see how you like him. You might like him, da, da, da. And you know, he's older, da, 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 da. Mind you, I'm 16 because we're like sophomores. And she's talking about like seniors. So they're like 18. She's trying to get me to talk to an 18-year-old. Number one, I already told her I'm not interested in anything. Like, I'm not checking for nobody. Number two, this boy is 18 years old and I am a whole 16-year-old out here. So I was just like, no, like, I'm not doing that. So, and she just kept repeating, he's older, like, girl, I don't care that he's older. But I was like, well, you can give him my kick, but I can't promise you that he's gonna go anywhere. Like, I was straight up, I was just like, you can give him my kick, but I don't think that it's going to go anywhere. You know, that's what I'm thinking in my head, like, this is not going to go anywhere. Next day rolls around and I get this kick message from this dude. And first thing he says is, what's up, shawty? Really? Really? You couldn't just leave it at, hey, what's up? Hi, how are you doing? You ain't got no manners. Like, y'all, I don't know what it was back then, but back then I could not stand when people address me as shawty. Like, do not address me as shawty. My name is Brittany. It was my kick name for the longest. Please address me as such. Like, who is shawty? That's not my name. My name is not shawty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to bug the hell out of me. Now it don't really bother me as much. But back then it was a whole nother ball game. Like, I just didn't like when people called me shorty. And he was like, what's up, shawty, and all that stuff. And I was just like, hi, hello, or something like that. I was real dry. And he was like, I think you cute, da 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 da. I got your kick from your friend, blah 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 blah. Just talking about a whole bunch of other stuff that I wasn't really interested in talking about. But, you know, I didn't want to be mean. And, like, this was the very first guy that showed any type of interest in me, right? So he was just like, I think you cute, da 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 da, this, that, and the third, and I'm just like, okay, like, thank you. You know, I was just being polite pretty much. I was just like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And then he started asking me questions like, what's your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite color? Blah, 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 blah. Just trying to get to know me. And that's when my idea of him kind of changed. It wasn't like, oh, I like him, but it was like, he's not as bad as I thought he was. Because at first, I thought he was only checking for one thing. That's like, in my head, that's what I'm thinking. But when he started to ask questions and try to get to know me, I was like, okay, maybe he on a different wave. You know, maybe he's riding a different wave than I thought he was. So we started talking a little bit more. I started engaging a little bit more just because he was being polite and he was being nice. And he was showing me that he wasn't just some jerk who was looking for one thing. You know, he was respectable, whatever. He had manners. So we're talking. And by this point, we had been talking for maybe like 3 weeks before we exchanged phone numbers. So once we exchanged phone numbers, we would text every day. He would call me every day. Like, y'all, this was every single day. Like, this was like my best friend. This was my whole process, okay? So when I first, you know, started talking to him, I was just like, this is not gonna work. Like, no, like, I'm about to throw him away, like the whole person. And then it was like towards like the 3-week mark, I was like, okay, maybe he's not that bad. And then, like I said, we started exchanging numbers and we started texting and we started talking on the phone. Once we hit the 1 month period, I was like, oh, okay, this my dog. Like, he cool for sure. Like, we could be cool, we could be friends, you know, we could chop it up, blah, 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 blah. It's my homeboy. Once we hit the 2-month mark, I started like, okay, I kind of like him. Like, I kind of got a little bitty crush. Now, I want to make it clear. My crush on him was not this huge crush. My crush on him was not like somebody's crush on Chris Brown, or my crush on Mindless Behavior. Because when I was in middle school, y'all, Mindless Behavior, oh, I had the biggest crush on Rock Royal. And that is so embarrassing to say now. But this was not that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have this big, huge crush on him, but I was kind of feeling him a little bit. You know, like I was like, oh my God, I'm talking to somebody older. He's nice, blah, 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 blah. I think I kind of like him, and he's cute, blah, blah, blah. Because y'all, he was cute. I ain't gonna lie. And we're gonna call him, let's call him AJ. AJ and I have been talking for 2 months at this point. Like, not talking as a relationship, but we was just talking as friends or whatever. And like I said, we texted and talked on the phone every day. The weekend or whatever came around, or a break came around or whatever. One day I was cleaning my room, and he hadn't called me that whole day. And I had been working on my room since I had woke up that morning. But he hadn't called me all day. He hadn't texted me all day. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't like that. So I caught a little attitude. But at the same time, like, I didn't want him to think I was thirsty or nothing like that. So I just let it be what it was. And I continued to work on my room and stuff like that. Excuse me. So later that night, that same day, later that night, he finally calls me. He's like, hey, I'm sorry I ain't talked to you all day. I've been busy, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, he was working at the time. So I'm like, maybe he was working or something, you know, maybe he got held up at work, something like that, whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. Like, I understand you work, you be busy, da, 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 X, Y, and Z. Maybe like 2-3 days go by, and we've been talking like normal, like things go back to normal. That's the only irregular thing that happened. So one day we're on the phone or whatever, and I get this random kick message from this girl, and we're going to call her Asia. Okay, so she's basically like, hey, my name is Asia, I'm AJ's girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Just pretty much introducing herself and telling me that she's his girlfriend, and telling me how long they've been together and all this other stuff. And they had got into it, but now they're trying to work things, you know, work things out. And I'm apologizing. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know, blah, 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 and everything like that. And she's sitting here, she's like, no, it's okay, like, you're good, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know, but it just rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm sitting here like, you just found out your boyfriend was cheating on you, or trying to cheat on you. He was trying to, because we didn't really take it nowhere. Like, technically, in a way, I guess he was still cheating on her, because he was talking to me, calling me every night, but we wasn't really doing anything. So I'm just sitting here like, you just found out that your boyfriend been cheating on you with somebody younger than you, and all you gotta say is, it's okay, you're good, you're fine. Like, I don't know, it didn't sit well with me, just because it felt like she was condoning it, but at the same time, like, telling me it was okay to do it, like, not pressuring me to continue whatever the hell we had going on, but it was like, she was saying it was okay to continue what we had going on. And that was just weird to me, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as I exited out of that app, I was like, hello, AJ. And he was like, yeah, what's up? I was like, so when were you going to tell me that you have a girlfriend? And he was like, what? And I was like, when were you going to tell me that you had a girlfriend? Like, you've been flirting with me this whole time and making me think that X, Y, and Z. When were you going to tell me that you had a girlfriend? Mind you, my feelings was hurt just a little bit, so I was getting a little hype, but I wasn't like yelling on the phone. I was just like, so when were you going to tell me that you had a girlfriend? Like, da 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 da. And he was like, I thought you knew about my girlfriend. And I was like, no, why would I know about your girlfriend and be okay with you flirting with me and being okay with talking to you on the phone every single night? Like, why would I have a crush on somebody who has a girlfriend? Like, I legit said, why would I have a crush on somebody who has a girlfriend? Because you my little shorty. And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. You thought that I was going to be okay with you having a girlfriend because I'm your little shorty. Nigga, do you understand how dumb you sound? Like, what? Like, are you dumb? I'm confused at this point, y'all. So, girl. Child, tell me why. Basically, a little shorty is like a little side chick, pretty much. So, a little shorty for him and his friend are younger girls who are basically side chicks. So, younger age side chicks, pretty much. So, I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, why? What gave you the impression that I was okay with being a little shorty? Like, what gave you the impression that I was going to be okay with you having a girlfriend? And he was like, well, Alexis told me that you was cool with it, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm just sitting here like, does Alexis know what a little shorty is? And he was like, yeah, she's been such and such as a little shorty for like a few months now, talking about his friend who she said she was talking to. So I'm just like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me this hoe set me up or tried to set me up to be somebody's side chick, little shorty, whatever the hell you want to call it, and she knew the whole time that it was nothing but a younger side chick? Like, why would you set me up or put me in a position to where I was gonna be somebody's side chick? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just messed up. Like, that is something that I would never do to nobody. Like, why would you do that? Like, that don't make sense, especially if you know I'm already not checking for nobody and I'm not looking for anything with anybody. Why would you do that? You know, so at this point, I'm pissed and I'm going off on the phone and I'm just going off, y'all. I'm just like so pissed. I'm going off. And AJ's like, I'm sorry, like, had I known you wasn't with it, had I known you wasn't down with none of the stuff, like, I wouldn't have even tried it, da 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 da. And I was like, your girlfriend okay with this? He was like, yeah, she knows, blah 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 blah. I was like, so why did she kick my phone, like acting like she was like pissed or something like that? He was like, oh no, she just does that, you know, it's kind of like to introduce herself. So pretty much, basically, this nigga and his girlfriend was trying to have like a throuple with a younger girl. Pretty much. That's it. That's pretty much the... I'm sitting here confused out of my mind. So basically, AJ and his friend, the one who Alexis was talking to, they both had girlfriends. And both girlfriends put it in their head that it would be a good idea to have a younger girlfriend at the same time that they have them, but they just gonna call it a little shorty. So you got the main chick and you got your little shorty. I call BS. Like, ain't that something? Ain't that something, y'all? Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I had the mind to DM this girl Alexis and just go clean off. Like, I had the mind to just cuss her out, but I didn't say nothing to her. I just let bygones be bygones. Excuse me. To this day, AJ and we talk from time to time. What I call his girlfriend, did I call her Asia? Whatever I call his girlfriend, she and we talk from time to time. We like each other's pictures. We comment on each other's pictures. You know, we DM each other from time to time. Just check in on each other. So we're all cool. Like, all three of us were cool. I ain't a part of that little couple thing. Like, I ain't in no throuple with them. I ain't nobody little shorty or nothing. But, you know, we cool or whatever. We fixed it. I told him I wasn't interested. I wasn't into that type of thing. I explained that to her. He also explained that to her. And she was like, oh, my bad. Like, I was under the impression that you understood. Da, 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 da. I was just introducing myself, letting you know. And I was like, oh, no, like, you good. But, like, that's just not my cup of tea, right? So that was the end of that, y'all. But yeah, you guys, that's all I have for this story time video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to join my Bratz fam here on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a beat. And until the next video, you guys, please, please, please be safe, stay bold, stay beautiful, and at the end of the day, when all else fails, just be real about that sugar honey iced tea, baby. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye. And Merry Christmas.
I'd rather keep it real with ya. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty.